Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Today I'm going to do something I haven't done in a little bit, and I need to do. I'm going to talk about hospice. We unlocked creator commentary on that, and I never did it. I just forgot. I sent the book out. I did everything, and I just realized today I was going to do an update today, talk about our newest book, Voodoo Nations, and I realized that hospice is not not been the commentary hasn't been done. So I'm going to take about 20 minutes here and do it. I have the comments on, so if you are watching this, you guys can leave some comments and stuff, figure out what's going on. But let's see. Let's talk about hospice. So hospice was an idea that I came up with, and I presented it to five creators. Those creators were David Byrne, Russell Nulties, Mike Tenner. He was a friend of mine. I presented to Mike Tenner. I present to Lori, Phil and Kat, who do a lot of stuff, Jamie Premack, and Frank Martin, and Michael Watson. Obviously, we only did six, so obviously some of those people broke down, not because they didn't like the idea, but because of various things. And basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a writer's room. I wanted to create a series that we could kind of do like a writer's room and kind of do our own thing. One of the beautiful things about Kickstarter that I don't think a lot of people talk about is you can separate money in doing crossovers and stuff like that. So I can do one, you can do one, you can get your money, and I don't have to send anybody money. And I think that that's a unique thing. And I think it's really cool. So that's what I did. So when I created Hospice, I presented all these people and I said, hey, we can all do this thing with this one arcing theme. You can write whatever book you want and you can own that book and you own everything. I'll license you the hospice stuff because that's owned by me. But they're free to use it on their stuff as long as they're printing this book. New stuff they'd have to talk to me about. The goal is to build this cool franchise. So I sent them this document. Let's see this document. I sent him this document about hospice. It was a basic document. Talked about hospice. I talked about Rising Suns Hospice and what I wanted it to be. I would create a couple of rules here. I said 4 to 6 creators. I said my goal is to do this issue get done by 12, share fan bases, profit sharing. I originally had a whole plan of how we profit share. Because it's a community thing, we didn't end up doing that, but something based on that line. And that was the basics. I sent that to them. They looked at it, they pitched it, they liked it, and then we went from there. In fact, let me see if I have the other document. Maybe I don't. I thought I had a document that kind of broke down the world, kind of like talked about the demons and all the stuff there, but I guess I do not have that. It does exist, but I don't know where it is. Each of our teams got together. We met about monthly, and we talked about each of our hospices and what it would be like. Right now, currently, we have 5 of them done. David Burns took a little bit longer than expected, but it's coming out fantastic. I've seen a lot of pages from it. It's an amazing book. The rest of the 5, 4 of them have already been shipped. This is mine. This is one of the variant covers, but this is mine. And then we've got Russell Nulty's, Jamie Premack, and Frank Martin's all have been sent. Mike Watson's digital's been sent, but I think the physical is still being sent. But I know it's printed. I saw like a video of it being printed. And then on the other side of that, we have Dave Byrne, who's got his coming really soon. So let's go over the book, and let me give you some history about what I did and how it looks, and kind of tell you about it. Let's see. I love making comic books, guys. They're great. I should have it. Oh, there it is. Where is my open one here? Why is it not doing that? There it is. So hospice. So one of the things that I did with hospice is I hired David Swartz. David Swartz has been a big. I've been looking at him for a long time. He does stuff with my friend Caleb a lot, and I just really wanted to get a book with him. He's super fast, super equipped to do things like this, which is really cool. And I wanted to do a fast-paced book. So the concept of hospice and the book story that I wrote is about Texas. Texas scares the shit out of me. Like just the way the TV portrays how they feel about immigrants and all that. That scares me. Like, because I love people, man. So someone coming in through a thing doesn't bother me. Maybe it should. Maybe I should be more concerned, but it just doesn't seem to bother me. And so I wanted to write a book, given commentary on the immigrant story. I'm fascinated with immigrants. I don't know why. I love Hamilton. I love anything immigrant related. I love like the Mayans TV show, stuff that talks about that stuff. It just seems to be fascinating to me. So we started this book. It's written by me, art by David Swartz, lettered by Jerome Gagnon, edited by Heather, and then we have some of our favorites doing some covers. The first book here, we meet with Ignacio and his wife, Mia, and they have a little baby. And what's cool about this is Ignacio was named after a comic creator named Ignacio, who I really, really like. And they are trying to get into Texas. So they're trying to go through the border. They've made a deal with some guys that if they to take them over the border. So you got a little Jeep and they're trying to cover the ninth, very typical stuff of how people do these things and get into the border. So, they got it, they put the fence back up, and so they got into the U.S. And then I created a new little town here. Welcome, Little Town, Texas, population 1,700. And then they run up with these little rednecks. So these rednecks are watching them, and they get in an accident. They flip the Jeep. I wanted to make sure I showed a lot of American flags and all this. So Mia and Ignacio are in a bad situation. So these guys come and they're trying to protect their daughter Gabriel. The driver dies, and they're getting chased down by these rednecks. So they're running into through this field across it. Ignacio sees an opening and lets Mia go through. Mia runs across, and they go into this is going to be our stuff, our hospice. Right here is our building. This is our Rising Suns Hospice facility, which I don't know if we use much in the writing of this. I don't think we use a lot of the pictures. We talk about it, but I don't think we use it. So they come in, and the security says, "Hey, you guys don't want to be here. It's not a good night," kind of warns everybody. And these rednecks are like, "Nope, I want to be in here," kind of like Negan, kind of crazy style. So I'm going to pause here for a minute. So this is a story I wanted to tell, right? I wanted to tell a story of they're running away from monsters. So they're running away from people, rednecks who are monsters. And they they go into a facility where they're going to be locked in. Spoiler alert in a minute. And they have to dealing with other monsters. So who's the bigger monster, right? Can your enemy be a friend? Very Escape from New York, a little bit, not with the sci-fi-ish, but kind of what is that name of that movie? I can't think of it right now. Escape from the Bronx. They're just any movie we have that kind of chase thing. A Demon Knight was a huge inspiration for this. If you've ever watched the movie Demon Knight, love that movie. So they got there, and then this priestess who works for Rising Sun Hospices slams the door and reveals that she is part of the crew. And she says this evil thing. "Oh dear, you're stuck in here with us," and now they're all stuck. Now, this is a really cool page. So this is a double page spread. It doesn't show up here, but it's a double page spread. Let me show you on the comic. I'll get myself big again. Show you the comic. So this is a double page spread. And I was really proud of this because I really wanted to do this. What's going on in this mission? You see like in the bottom there, you see a guy tied up, and you see them hiding in another room. All this really cool stuff. This really dark, ominous double page spread. Really something cool that I had never done before that I thought was unique and a lot of fun to tell this particular story. So in this universe, demons are born from people who've done a lot of evil in their life. They're pulled from those people, their spirits. So basically they've been kind of birthed, like, this is you're birthing a demon into the world. So all the bad things you're doing are breathing this bad individual. They're saying, rejoice, rejoice, tycoon, selfishness, unloved millionaire, pedophile, and drug dealer Jack Blair Thomas is the third. The third has been reborn to his true form. He has risen to share the Black Tar Apothecary, which I love that name. This place is weird as hell. So you got this redneck going here. And he comes through, and then you've got these new red tones that we added to it, and then you've got the Black Tar Apothecary. Very cool looking demon. Look at his mouth. Look at everything. And in this universe, and the way I did my demon compared to maybe other people is it's enraging. It wants to feed. They're all trying to run, saying crazy stuff. I try to be funny here. Oh, fuck, help me, Republican Jesus. And they're fighting amongst themselves, and people are getting eaten, and they're all kind of stuck in a room. You've got the lady of the house who's kind of explaining everything, and it wants to eat. It's trying to eat, and says. Then the woman says, it needs to eat something who's innocent, someone who is never been. We don't really explain what innocent is, but this guy gets a great idea that he's going to feed the baby. So he starts fighting him to try to get the baby. The baby gets grabbing, but in the combat, the redneck gets eaten. And then kind of Ignacio here gives up, and he's doing lots of crunching and munching, and as it gets worse, he's got to stand this in this 9-panel. And now look, he's a more sophisticated demon. See, he's eating some sort of innocent. And I make a joke that he's a virgin and that he was looking for a virgin, which, if you scroll back up, the guy, the original plan for everything, because all this has a point, is the guy tied up here was also a virgin. He was virgin. He was the virgin sacrifice for the beast, but the beast brought in friends, and it got a little crazy. So we eat it, and he leaves. They leave the Rising Sun Hospice, and they get out of Texas, and that's the end of our little hospice story. We got a nice color gallery by some of the people we got here. We got all the stuff, and then we got some of the black and whites, which I wanted to share in the extended version because David does a great job of Dave does a really good job of detail. Like, this could have been a black and white and it would have been fine. He's got a great cartoony style, but I think it really fit and worked for this book. He was super fast and a real pleasure to work with, and I'm super happy that I got that opportunity. So that's kind of the commentary of Hospice. I did my story, which, by the way, was really well received. People have really, really liked it. And other people did their copies of Hospice, and they all came out, and it's kind of where it's at. So future plans for Hospice. Let's talk about that for a minute. So for the end of the year, we're going to do a Kickstarter for a trade. We're hoping to get an extra story added to that, which I think is going to be really cool. Maybe even some prose, because Frank Martin and Russell Noltes are great at prose. Not something that I have a great strength on. I've done it a few times, but it's not something I love. And we're going to get that together and get that written for you guys, which is really, really cool. And then people seem to really resonate with this idea. So I think we may do another one in 2025 and start putting that together pretty soon, probably later in the year. So if that's something you're interested in, the goal is to connect people together and to go. But I'm so blessed that people went on this journey with us. It was a fun thing. We got to promote our Kickstarters all together. It was really, really good. We had a video. Everything's good. In fact, let me see if I have that video here. I don't think I do, but if I do, I'll play that cool video. Oh, I do have it. So let's play that quick video real quick. Just kind of show some of the production of this, because Frank Martin came up with this, and I think it's really, really cool. And I think it ties everything together that we've been trying to do and create something amazing. So let me show you this video.
Do you have a friend, relative, or stalker who's close to the end? Is a toxic family member you hate about to kick the bucket? Then consider allowing them to spend the rest of their days under the care of Rising Suns Hospice, a premier end-of-care life facility with franchises all over the world. And Rising Suns isn't just any ordinary hospice. We specialize in a certain type of clientele, those that society have deemed too problematic, either because of a troubled past, anger issues, or felony assaults on their record. At Rising Suns, we give even the most hardened murderers the best of care. After all, everyone should have the chance to pass from this world while nurturing their inner demons in peace. But don't just take it from us. Here's what people are saying about rising suns in your neighborhood.
When Daddy was in federal prison for killing that cop, I never got to see him. But since he moved to Rising Suns, I get to visit all the time.
Just because my husband is a violent maniac doesn't mean he shouldn't die in comfort. Thanks, Rising Suns.
So what are you waiting for? Call or schedule your free tour today. Because at Rising Suns Hospice, you'll be dying to get in.
Rising Suns Hospice, where the sun never sets on the darkness inside of you.
Rising Suns Hospice is not liable for any demons or demonic entities that might emerge from your body as a result of your stay. All residents should sleep with one eye open. Do not smile, laugh, or have any thoughts of happiness or joy while staying at Rising Suns. Premature termination of life is pretty much guaranteed. Even a tour may end in death.
So that's it. It was a fun little video thing that we did. We had a lot of fun putting all this together. Thank you for backing it for those who did. We'll be back with the trade. So if you didn't, prepare for that. I also have a Kickstarter going on right now, Voodoo Nations 1 through 4. So if you want to back that, check it out. All right. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.